Hello, hello. We're back. It is time to finish up Heavensward, so we can get on to the next expansion. Was it Stormblood? Always get Shadowblood. I think
Potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
I think it's Stormblood and then Shadowbringers, right? I always get them mixed up. Yeah. So I got to sleep in a little bit this morning, and then my husband dropped off our daughter at work, and then he came back, picked me up, and we went for lunch. Nothing fancy for lunch, just a local diner. It was nice to get out because it is our anniversary today. We're not planning anything else. I got chili in the slow cooker. We're having chili for supper. So in like a couple hours or so, during a break, I'll run downstairs and get some chili and just eat and play. So we can get through this last of this Heavensward stuff. Oh, look. I got the full outfit now. I actually have the beanie too, but I like the crown. I got the full outfit. I got the rest of it earlier. So I got the outfit, and I got the mounts and the bean pet. I still want the penguin pet. And then there's an emote. There's some other things I want to get to, but so far, my main thing was getting the mount and the bean pet and the outfit, and I got it, so I'm happy. And I finally got my alchemy up to level 50 thanks to Sephiroth and the food that they gave me. It was finally able to get the high quality stuff that I needed for the quest that I was doing. Thank God. Okay, let's see what Totoro has to say here. Ah, Toffee, just the hero I wanted to see. Would you mind doing me a small favor? I need you to meet me at the Diamond Forge. This won't take long, I promise. Where's this Diamond Forge you speak of? The food did help. I'll actually, all I used was like the ceviche, I think it's called. And that's all I needed. So I still have the other one that you gave me, the... what was it? Where is it? Oh, this thing here. Cunning Craftsman Sustain or whatever. I didn't need that, but I can use it later. Hey, Totoro. I'm sorry to drag you away from your duties, but as I said, this won't take long. I just need you to stand perfectly still for a few moments. Okay. Oh, there's like a... I just noticed there's... Oh. Why are people watching me? Hello? Yes, can I help you? I just noticed there's an effect coming off my coat. Right, everyone ready to go to work? What? No squirming now. Oh, and you might want to close your eyes. What are you doing to me, Totoro? What is Totoro and those people up to? Okay, making notes. What did you do to me? There, all finished. The warrior lights every measurement from heroic head to intrepid toe. Well, wouldn't you like to know? All in good time, Toffee. All in good time. What? Is Satoru making me an outfit? Aha! Found you! Alphano wants everyone in the Solar for a meeting. I don't know what it's about, but he seemed to think it was very important. Go on, we have everything we need. No sense in keeping everyone waiting. What are they up to? I think they're gonna make me an outfit.
We're here. Did we miss anything?
We would not presume to begin without you, Ida. Orianger has returned to the Waking Sands, but everyone else is now present.
Yes, but for what exactly? We all have duties to attend to, Alphino, so you may dispense with the preamble.
Thank you, Elise. It is the very subject of those duties which compelled me to call this gathering. Though the Warriors of Darkness no longer pose a threat, Eorzea's many troubles demand no less of our attention. And while I stand by the decision to approach each task as we see fit, I fear our effectiveness will ultimately be diminished should we continue to act in ignorance of each other's efforts. Thus, I propose we elect a successor to Minfilia. Not to serve as a fully fledged antecedent, perhaps, but as a coordinator of operations.
Is that all? Well, then the decision seems clear. No one else has shown any enthusiasm for the role, and judging by your performance at our previous meeting, you would seem the perfect candidate. You always did have a flair for politics.
I did not mean to... That was not my intention. As my tenure as commander of the Crystal Braves comprehensively demonstrated, I lack the qualities required for such an office. I would much prefer to remain as I am now, a soldier in the field, so to speak.
Should none of our number step forward, must we then constrain some unwilling candidate to take up the position?
Well, based on merit alone, a certain adventurer would be my choice. Though I concede she might struggle to balance her new responsibilities with, let me see, slaying primals, thwarting legatuses, and feeding the orphan poor.
Thancred makes a good point. Any who would wear such a mantle would be bound by its obligations. Have we not become sufficiently familiar with each other's methods to act without an overseer? At present, I see no cause to so willingly limit one of our number.
Oh my goodness! Help! I need some help here!
Uh-oh. Go on.
Tataru, are you all right?
Me? I'm fine. It's this poor girl who just staggered in and collapsed on the floor that I'm worried about.
Narco! God, how did... Yashola! Please, you have to help her!
Kral, a hand if you would. Let us see about closing these wounds.
Now, we've staunched the bleeding, but it may be a while before you can move about again. Though having seen your wounds, I'm surprised you are still moving at all.
Thank you. My message. It was too important to delay. I took the shortest route I could, though I knew it was more heavily patrolled. As you can see, my efforts at evasion were not entirely successful.
Honestly, you're too brave for your own good. What was so urgent that you needed to fight half the Empire to get here? You could have been killed.
I'm sorry, Ida. I had good reason. But I imagine your friends are wondering who this bloody mess of a Mikote is. My name is Minago, and I belong to the Alamegan Resistance. I came to warn Ida and Papalimo about one of our leaders. A man who calls himself the Griffin. He's always been dangerous, but he's planning something new. Something reckless.
The Griffin, you say? I've heard the name. Rumor has it your man is eager to test his claws.
Aye, and on no easy target. He means to assault Belsar's wall from the Alamegan side.
But what does the Griffin possibly hope to gain from such an attack?
From what I understand, he wants the fires of war to spread to Eorzea. And for that, he needs to control the border with Gridania.
So, he means to spark a conflict between the Alliance and the Imperial forces stationed in Alamigo, to have Eorzea's armies aid in the liberation effort, whether they will it or no.
His plan is flawed. Even should the Resistance succeed in occupying the wall, they would not be able to hold it. Imperial reinforcements would drive them out within a week.
Be that as it may, if there is even a chance that this scheme could bring about an escalation in hostilities between Eorzea and the Empire, the Alliance must be informed.
Agreed. I shall depart for Limsa forthwith and seek an audience with the Admiral. Thancred, Uldar is yours. Alphino and Alize, make haste to the Twelveswood and notify the Elder Seedseer of the danger to Gridania. She will duly call a council of the Alliance leaders, whom you must be ready to receive. You will be our voice in Ishgard. Explain the situation to Sir Emmerich, and encourage him to send an envoy. To Taru, Kryl, I leave the care of our injured messenger to you. See that she remains quiescent and her wounds closed.
I think she should be the new leader. She's giving orders anyway.
I believe that covers everything. Let us be about our tasks.
I suspect the ill tidings from Girabania will be held as a turning point. The beginning to a bloody end. The business of war was ever conducted with the coin of self-sacrifice. 'Twas Master Louis Soir himself who taught us that such costs are not to be ignored or denied.
And
so I shall embrace them. When the time comes, I will make my choice, as you will yours.
Is the one that's doing the, like, voiceover thing, like the telling the story, Papolino now? Is that the voice of Papolino? Alright, we have to go back to Ishgard. No, I just used the food. And that's all I needed. I was able to get the high quality that I needed just with the food. Greetings, Warrior of Light. What business brings you to Ishgard? You can drink something and eat something together? That's good to know. I see. Wait here. I will summon Sir Emmerich. I'm used to food buffs only being able to have one. It is good to see you, my friend. 'Tis but a pity it must be under such circumstances. Had Lucia not informed me of the urgency of your suit, I would certainly have sent for some wine. But to business. I thank you for bringing these developments in Alamigo to our attention. Ishgard will of course send an envoy to attend the council in Gridania. I cannot say who will represent us, however, as the choice is not mine to make. Not mine alone, at any rate. Given the imminence of the threat, we may forego the formalities of a full assembly, but I will still need to consult with my counterpart in the House of Commons prior to proceedings. Will you permit me some time to make the necessary arrangements? I think. Our representative, whomever we select, will require a suitable escort. Make your preparations and inform Sir Andalup that he is to lead in your absence. Yes, my Lord Commander. Toffee, pray accompany Lucia to the gates of judgment and make ready to depart for Gridania. I will have our envoy join you as soon as I can. Fury speed you on your way. Because the tea acts as a separate buff that only lasts like 15 minutes instead of 30. Interesting. If you had no other business in the city, join me at the gates of judgment. We must be ready to depart the instant the envoy arrives. To the gates of judgment. So, are you excited for the Moogle Treasure Trove to start this week? It starts on Tuesday, I think. You have all the rewards? Oh. Well, I'm excited because I don't have any of them. Except the bun earrings, but I don't want those. Yeah, I'm gonna focus on like mounts, any minions. We'll look at some of the transmog. We meet again. As it happens, my counterpart in the House of Commons agreed that I should act as Ishgard's envoy. Not, I can see, that there was ever any real doubt. As Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, it is my duty to sanction any military operation. Be that as it may, I cannot, in good conscience, make the decision alone, not with the ink scarce dry in the Republic's book of statutes. I trust you understand, my friend. Alas, I must test your patience still further by making a brief stop at Camp Dragonhead. Given the trouble brewing in the Black Shroud, I would see that the garrison is ready to defend the border. You can get those mounts easily? Oh, really? Okay, so I have to go to Camp Dragonhead. Straight here. The garrison commander waits within. Why not accompany me, Toffee? You will see. You may see a familiar face. Annalene. Toffee, old girl. How wonderful to see you, and Sir Amric too. To what do I owe these unexpected pleasures? I will have some mulled wine brought up from the kitchen at once, if you will excuse. Nay, do not trouble yourself, I think it's Anawa. We shall soon be on our way. Lucia, and a brief summary, if you will. You can use those Moogle tomes to get those writing map. What's a writing map? Yes, Lord Commander. Oh, interesting. Faster mount speed would be cool. Is it like a limited thing? You use the map and it lasts for a certain amount of time, or is it you use the map and it is like a permanent speed boost on those maps? Lasts forever? Ooh, that might be something to focus on too. Those villains hardly need an excuse to wage war. Bloodletting comes as naturally as breathing to a to an imperial. And thus we shall, and thus we shall strengthen our patrols as you suggest. We shall also be sure to communicate these developments to Lord Francel and the Observatorium. I see you have everything in hand. Carry on, Commander. Surprised to see yours truly at the helm? You and me both, old girl. I doubt I'll ever feel worthy to sit where he sat. Yet we can but play the hand we're dealt, and with a little help from the veterans and Anawa's ceaseless chiding, I'm sure I'll muddle through. So worry not, old girl. Off to Gridania with you. Okay, off to Gridania. Nice fast route. Forward. I wonder what happens if I do, if anything happens, if I do slash back in with the queen. Nope, nothing. Bean ignores me. Diplomatic duties have brought me here on several occasions, but I find that I am as enraptured by the Black Shroud's beauty now as when first I laid eyes upon it. I fear that this time, however, events shall not afford us the luxury of enjoying the splendor of the forest. We might get through 3.5 and 3.56 way faster than I expected. Let's see. I might slow down. Oh, some more eggnog, scrambled eggs, spaghetti carbonara. It seems we have an escort to the Lotus Stand, a pleasant place to discuss unpleasant matters, is it not? Yes, of course. 'Tis like that we are the last to arrive. Let us announce ourselves, shall we? Pretty sure it's the Conjurer's area, right? We have to go to. Yeah. The envoy from Ishgard has arrived? Very good. This way if you pull. Ah, and the Lumincium party as well. It's Chicory! I had hoped to slip in unnoticed, but I see that I was not the only one delayed in my arrival. Greetings, Sir Emmerich. Admiral, always a pleasure. And Toffee, I trust you are well. 'Tis a day for reunions, it seems. I believe you are well acquainted with my escort. Lady Toffee, I was glad to hear about from Wayu, and that the missing scions had now been found. There's much and more I would discuss with you, but let us first attend to the issue at hand, shall we? I like that my pink outfit stands out.
I
so
bid
much.
you welcome, my friends. As you will by now be aware, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have come into possession of certain intelligence concerning recent developments in the region of Gyr Abania. It springs, I am assured, from an unimpeachable source. Is that not so, Master Alphino?
Indeed, Elder Seedseer. Our information comes directly from a member of the Resistance's inner circle, and we have no cause to doubt its veracity.
This griffin of theirs is a fool if he thinks he can hold Belsar's wall against the Empire. When the Imperials move to take it back, they will come in force. And the resulting fighting is all but certain to spill over into the Black Shroud.
At the Battle of Cartano, the combined might of 3 grand companies labored to contend with the remnants of but a single Imperial legion. Alone, Gridania would be hard-pressed indeed to hold back the tide, should the Garleans turn their minds from reclamation to invasion.
Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road.
May I
Follow
once
the yellow
more
brick
convey
road.
my nation's deepest regrets for our inaction in the days prior to the calamity. 'Tis a stain upon our ledger that I would fain remove. Elder Seedseer, I do hereby request leave to deploy a defensive force within the borders of Gridania. Ishgard's return to the Alliance shall be honored by more than mere ink upon parchment.
The Doman people too would join any effort that weakens our common foe. We are few, but our most seasoned shinobi are at your disposal.
Thank you for the follow, Fallen Dragon.
On behalf of my people, I offer you my humble thanks. Gridania welcomes your assistance.
It is time we set our contingency plans in motion. Is the Alliance agreed? Then let us make ready for war. Victory favors the swift. There is much to be done.
Ooh, are you a fellow Canadian? Nice, nice.
The Council knows that Alamigo will not soon be wrested from the Empire, and its decision to bolster the border's defences seems eminently practical. Why then, brother, do you scowl so?
I like to find fellow Canadian streamers as well. Enjoying this cold and rainy weather. Wish it would just snow more again. Brutal Barbie from our SVs in this Canadian. She's in Saskatchewan. Nice. I'm on the East Coast. And it is definitely cold and rainy here. Like it's little, well, it's like snow, but it's not cold enough for it to stick, so it's like wet snow. Nice. I was born in Ontario. I've lived a bunch of places. My dad's ex-military, so we moved a lot. Well, not as much as some, but I lived in a few different places.
I agree that they have chosen the wisest course available. Indeed, the only reasonable one. Yet something feels awry. In making ready for war, is the Alliance not granting the Griffin the very thing he desired? Any attempt to hold the wall is doomed to failure, aye. But I wonder if we have misjudged the prize for which he plays.
That's where I am. I'm in New Brunswick. We just moved out here like 6 years ago. I was living in Alberta for many, many, many years. But my husband is from Nova Scotia, so he wanted to move back east. New Brunswick is definitely different from places like Ontario and Alberta. The one thing that blew my mind when we were moving out here was I was looking at the population, and I lived in Edmonton, Alberta, and there is more people in Edmonton, Alberta than all of New Brunswick. Like, it's just crazy, the population difference. It is like, it's like, I live in a city, but it has a small town feel. I have relatives out here too. My grandmother lives, and my parents, and a few of my like second uncles or cousins, or wherever how you say it, they all live here in New Brunswick. St. John's, I didn't like St. John's. We went there, I think last month. We just drove there, for a drive, and I didn't like it. It's definitely a, what do they call it? Like it's right on the coast, so they got like a lot of ships coming in and out, and like there was a lot of commercial stuff there. I don't know, maybe it was just where we were driving through, but it seemed very not nice. And there was like a whole area, I couldn't believe it. Like, I've never seen it where I am. But there's actually like tent cities. The only thing that I liked was that they had no, that wasn't in St. John's, that was in Halifax. In Halifax they have cruise ships coming in. I love cruise ships. One of these days, I will get on a cruise. Those things are huge. Yeah, it's definitely like a lot of factories around. It seemed like grungy and dirty to me. I don't know. Maybe it was just a really gloomy day or something. But yeah, I wasn't impressed when we went there at all. I don't think I'll be back unless I absolutely have to. My dad's been there a few times. When my uncle was sick a few years back, my dad used to have to drive him there for his hospital appointments, and he hated it. Yeah, I'm not planning to go back. I didn't enjoy it. But the council was able to reach an accord so swiftly is a heartening development in itself. I only hope my misgivings prove unfounded. Ugh, my dog. My grandma lives in this really small town. I'm not even sure you can call it a town. Like you blink as you're driving through it and you might miss it. It's so small. But I used to joke growing up that everybody who lives there is related to me some way or another. And I swear to God, that's what it is. I have like second, third, fourth cousins there, like great aunts and uncles, and like it's crazy. I have lived in a small town before, like really small town. I think it was a town in Alberta and there's like 2,000 people. I don't know if I would do that again. I like the convenience of living in a city, but not like a really big city. Oh, a lot of people, I think, especially over like during COVID and after COVID, a lot of people, I think, moved from Ontario to New Brunswick. And on my opinion, very far from an expert, my opinion, that's why our housing costs skyrocketed. Because we moved here 6 years ago, the summer before COVID hit. And the amount that we paid for our house has doubled since we moved out here 6 years ago. It's crazy. Good. You have yet to depart. I feared I had missed you. Sir Amber. Master Alphino, a pleasure as always, and Mistress Alize, how wonderful to see you thus recovered. Pardon the interruption. I had hoped to thank Toffee for serving as our expert before our duties called her away. Made a joke to my boss that if the girl who was hitting on me in the gaming store hits me up, I'm quitting and moving out there. That's funny. It is nice here. I enjoy it. There's just some weird things here that, I don't know. One thing that's super weird to me, but it took me years to realize it. When I lived in Alberta, every corner store, like gas station or whatever, had Slurpees made from like pop, right? Like Pepsi flavor, Coke flavor, or whatever. There's only one gas station here where I live that I have found that has them, and they only have 2 flavors. I know it's the stupidest thing ever, but I'm just like, what the heck? They're all like, they have their slushes, like their slush puppies or whatever. They're all like very sugary, like random like fruit flavors. There was no fruit involved in it, that's for sure. But they don't have pop flavors in like 99% of the stores. I know it's a weird thing to obsess over, and it took me years to figure it out, because I all of a sudden we went to Alberta in April, and when we were there, we got a few Slurpees at like 7-Eleven, which they don't have out here. And then we came back, and I had cravings for Slurpees, slushes, and I like started looking around. I'm like, wait a minute, there is no like pop flavored Slurpees. I know, weird. So every time I stop at a gas station anywhere, like we like to go on like Sunday drive type things all over, and I always, like when we stop at a gas station, I always look. Never do they have them. I also wish to thank our Doman ally. Oh, Yagur is hiding behind a tree over there. Forgive me, my lord. I was but awaiting an opportune moment to join the conversation, and force a habit made me keep to the shadows. No apologies are necessary, Mistress Yuguri. I was most grateful for your interjection when I offered Ishgard support. My nation's historic failure to heed the Alliance's plea for aid is a matter of record. Even so, the Alliance leaders were plainly unprepared for my impromptu apology. The resulting air of awkwardness might have lingered longer were it not for your timely offer of cooperation, which allowed the Elder Seedseer to accept us both. I very much appreciated the gesture. I only did my duty, Sir Amric. The Empire is an enemy to us all, and we are grateful for the opportunity to fight at your side. I'm full glad every once in a while when I play Final Fantasy XIV, my main monitor goes black for a second. Only when I play this game, so it has something to do with the game. For a while there, I thought it had to do with my monitor. I thought my monitor was, like, dying or something, but it only happens when I play Final Fantasy XIV. And full glad are we to have you. Pray convey my regards to the Scions, my friends. We must return to Ishgard. Whatever is wrong with a simple sorry or thank you? Must these politicians always make a speech out of everything? Yeah, I don't know why it happens, and it doesn't happen every time I play Final Fantasy XIV, because it didn't happen yesterday when I was playing. I don't think it happened the last couple times I played, but like I said, the only time I've noticed it happening is when I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV. That is how we adults speak, dear sister. Huh. Mayhap the ones who like the sound of their own voice. In any case, our business here is concluded. We should be on our way as well. This actually kind of reminds me of my ex. He was a teacher. He's on medical leave now. He has some medical issues. But the way he talks sometimes, I even called him out on it a couple times. I'm like, can you just talk like a normal person? Like, and he went off about how like he's gotten recognition for the way he talks to people and blah 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 with work. And I'm like, I don't care. You're not talking like a normal person. The way he talked drove me insane. Maybe it is like Alphino says, that's how adults talk. Apparently I'm not an adult. Because that's not how I talk. I talk like a normal, everyday person. Will you accompany us to Revenant's Toll, Yuguri? Actually, I think I shall first pay a brief visit to the East Shroud. I am curious to know how Popolino and Yida fared in their talks with the Sylphs. Not to mention what has been going on at Baelsar's Wall. I will join you at the Rising Stones anon. Okay, Revenant's full. Welcome back, Toffee. Don't know about you, but I am heartily glad that all of the talking is over. I understand that these council meetings are important, but do you not find it tiresome to weigh every word before you speak it? I doubt I will ever feel at home in the realm of politics. That said, people have been known to change, and if my brother is willing to run his own errands, anything is possible. I'm going with eggnog because I like eggnog. Griffin on the wall. Well, as much as I enjoy the bustle of the toll, I think it is time we headed inside. My brother and the others will not be long. Yeah, we're almost finished 3.5 already. This is going way faster than I expected. I expected this to, like, take hours. You were returned from the council, but what of Alphino? Did some other matter require his attention? Mine apologies, friends. I trust we have not kept you waiting over long. Greetings, everyone. Oh, Kryle. How's Nago doing? She will be alright, won't she? I don't see why not. She's sleeping at the moment. Totoro is keeping an eye on her, so we'll know soon enough if there is any change in her condition. Her wounds are healing well. With sufficient rest, I'm certain she will make a full recovery. Thank goodness for that. Now, mayhap you would share with us the Council's decision. Each of the nations, Ishgard included, has committed to providing military support to Gridania. The Orzian Alliance will soon have a significant force in the Black Shroud, ready to respond to any Imperial act of aggression. You know, I almost wish the Council would stop messing around and give the Griffin what he wants. I wouldn't like to be the Imperial caught between the Resistance and the Alliance. Ida, you cannot seriously... One does not lightly go to war with the Garlean Empire. Quite. To open hostilities without due consideration would be an invite disaster. Would be to invite disaster. If only there was some way to reach the Griffin, some means to convince him to abandon this reckless course. It may not be entirely unfeasible. There's a network of tunnels beneath Baelsar's wall, secret passages dug by the Resistance to provide a way out of Alamigo, which may equally serve as a way in? Precisely. If all are in agreement, I would be the one to undertake the necessary negotiations. I am familiar with the route, and the Resistance is familiar with me. About as familiar as they are with me, you mean? Say what you want, I'm coming too. I have some experience in the practice of infiltration. If you would have me, my services are at your disposal. As are mine. It has been far too long since I shared a shadow with a shinobi, and I do not intend to waste the opportunity. 4 is quite sufficient for an infiltration mission. Greater numbers will only serve to increase the risk of detection. Kryle and I will direct our energies elsewhere. What of you, Labiers? I will return to the East Shroud and stand watch over the border. Should matters take a turn for the worse, it would seem wise to be on hand. Might I prevail upon you to accompany me, Toffee? Gridania will be safer for your presence, and while it may not seem the most thrilling duty, dear sister, might I ask that you remain at the Rising Stones to pass on messages and so on? No. To hold the fort, you mean? Very well. I suppose the task must fall to someone. Safe travels, all of you. If you have any unfinished business in the toll, pray attend to it now. I would depart for the Hawthorne Hut without delay. The nearby watchtower offers an unobstructed view of Baelsar's wall, and I should be interested to speak to the Alliance commanders who have installed themselves at its top. We got ads coming up soonish. I like how it's even raining in like the little cutscene thingy. Ah, Toffee, there you are. Come. Amorso Spire awaits. The Alliance officers on the platform should be able to apprise us of any developments at the wall. Fancy meeting the two of you here. We were about to set forth. Indeed, I was about to say 12 watch over you, but I doubt you have need of divine protection, even if you are venturing into enemy territory. Don't worry, Alphino. We have the griffin by the scruff of the neck before you know it. Do make up your mind, Yida. Nary a moment ago, you seemed ready to shake the griffin by the hand rather than the neck. So which is it to be? It would be best to decide before we enter into negotiations. Trust me, Papolino. I'll shake whatever needs shaking. The talking part, I leave to you. I think I feel a headache coming on. Let's be on our way, shall we? Ah, some things never change. Well then, shall we make for the spire? Our alliance friends will doubtless have news for us. Where are you going exactly? This way. Welcome, Warrior of Light. I assume you're here to speak with our commanding officers? You will find them on the observation platform. Pray proceed. Greetings, my friends. It's good to see you both well. I was hoping you might turn up. I've dragged half the watch here to see, and the sight of you might help remind them why we bothered. If memory serves, I have not seen many of you since the day of the Grand Melee. Having borne the brunt of your blows, may I say what an honor it is to stand at your side. 'Tis heartening indeed to see the realm's most stalwart defenders thus gathered in common cause. Speaking of which, what news from the wall? All has been quiet. Oh, that doesn't sound quiet. Enjoy your nap. Report? What? 7 howls. Fighting has broken out on top of the wall. A full-scale assault. So the griffin made his move. Someone has... And what's that supposed to mean? The attackers, they're wearing Grand Company colors. Impossible. We gave no such order. Of course. The wall was never the griffin's target. It was bait. We have been goaded into deploying our armies nearby, thus lending weight to his deception. If those uniforms are convincing enough to deceive my scouts, the Empire will surely think we launch an offensive. This could mean war. Even so, this may yet be no more than a diversion. With the armies of the Alliance occupying the Empire's attention, it would be comparatively easy for the Griffin's supporters to slip into Alamigo. He would then incite a rebellion amongst the populace, which the Imperial reserves would be hard-pressed to contain. Eorzea, meanwhile, would be plunged into chaos. Toffee, we must make for the wall at once. What? Just the two of you? Our companions embarked on a mission to sway the Griffin from his course, and are likely halfway to his command post by now. They will emerge in the midst of a raging battle, and I do not mean to abandon them to their fate. It will be dangerous, aye, but the confusion may work to our advantage. If we are careful to avoid the skirmishing, it may yet be possible to reach the Griffin, and if we can do that, Lady Hilda, might I ask that you have an airship ready to bear the Scions to safety? Ha! I don't know who this Lady Hilda is, Marshal, but you can count on me. We must prepare for the Imperial reprisals. May the Navigator guide us through the storm. Oh, we got a Twitch ad starting, so I'll be back in a few minutes, getting a stretch break and bio break, and I will be right back, and we'll finish this up.
Potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Okay, got back. Forward, comrades. The time has come to drive the Empire from Alamigo and force action upon those who have turned their backs to our suffering for so long. Let this victory be the first step in the liberation of our homeland. Alamego will be free, no matter what the cost. Speak with Alphino. We're here somewhere. We went out for lunch. Nothing special, just like a local diner. He slept in a little bit. For what Papalino told me, the trail ahead should lend us into the shadow of the wall. It was good. We're both not really people to make big deal about birthdays, holidays, anniversaries. You know, we acknowledge it and stuff, but we don't do anything big and elaborate usually. Although I'm thinking of doing something big for my a birthday in a couple years, because it's a big one. But we'll see. I always have these plans to do these big things, and then it just doesn't happen. So, from what Papalima told me, the trail ahead should lead us to the shadow of the wall. As we have two objectives, I suggest we divide our forces. I shall make straight way for the tunnels and attempt to intercept our comrades ere they stumble into a bloodbath. While I do so, I must ask that you scale the wall. Know that I would not propose such a course if there were any other way, but the time for subtlety is past. Take a band of your most trusted companions and cut a path through to the Griffin. Make him see reason by any means necessary. Once we are free of the tunnels, we will make for your position with all due haste, and if everything proceeds to plan, Hilda will then swoop in and spirit us away to safety. I only pray that we have enough time. Yeah, totally thing. Even for my birthday, I streamed on my birthday. We had a quick cake thing where my daughter sang happy birthday to me, and I blew out the candles. I got a piece of cake and came back to streaming. She ended up working that day. So we ordered out pizza for later. So that was it that we did for my birthday. Oh, it's these things, these gnats. I'm hearing this buzzing sound like an insect, and it's these gnats. I've never heard them make noise before. Some orange juice. Okay. A lot of randos will pull all the way, but at the start, that's that decision and okay. Do what we gotta do. So what? Yeah, which one? Both arrows confuse the heck out of me. Is there something like that in this one? Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, I die. I still don't understand the countdown thing. Someone says you're supposed to stop or something, and I stopped, and it still exploded. So I don't understand. No casting, no. Maybe there's a delay in the Fall Guys thing. That's why, because like today I tried stopping and I still like exploded and went up in the air, and I'm like, okay, I don't get it. Maybe there was a lag or something. Oh, I know. You showed me. That's why I was thinking there was a delay. Or like, whatever. Oh, I had that mount. That hand mount. like a little puppy dog bug. I want a puppy dog. Pretty rare. we gonna find out who this guy is eventually? Like, I have like a couple of ideas, but oh, apparently it is time. Yep, I was right. The first idea had freaking little bird.
Yeah. Yeah. How'd you like these? Sloppy. I'll tear you limb from limb. Yeah. Sloppy.
Sloppy.
For Alamigo! I have you now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, we was just here.
How'd you like these? Yeah! Sloppy. Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
I have a restraining collar on me.
Yeah. Yeah. Sloppy. Yeah. I'll tear you limb from limb. Yeah. Sloppy. For Alamigo! I have you now.
Heck no.
Yeah.
This freaks me out.
How'd you like these?
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah!
How did I get this?
Sloppy. Yeah. Yeah.
We did it! Sloppy. No pepper.
You've beaten me, aye. But you cannot stop what I've begun. Behold, a glimpse of things to come.
did it! We showed the bastards!
Aye! Victory is ours!
And who knows, lads? Mayhap the Eorzeans will finally see sense when the enemy turns up on their bloody doorstep.
This is for Alamigo, for Eorzea. They die that others may live.
Wait, is that a bomb? Is he gonna kill those guys? To start a war? You don't look evil at all. Mm-hmm.
Vanguards! Attack!
Seven hells. Do you hear that?
War machines. How did they get here so quickly?
Stand your ground! For the resistance!
Oh no.
There's nowhere to run. We're cut off.
What did you do? You sacrificed your friends. Or as they say, your cool comrades.
Gods help us! What were we thinking? The Empire's too big. Too powerful. Mighty Rolger, grant us the strength to crush our...
There you are.
As you can see, our infiltrators did not elude me for long. Lady Ugiri is sending for an airship even as we speak.
What do we do? This is a massacre!
How wonderful to see you, Commander.
Ilbird, I should have known. This has to end. It has to end now! Do you not see your countrymen dying? Have your ideals rendered you blind even to that? Order the retreat, and we will help your soldiers to safety.
Retreat?
Sacrificing
With the
them on
moment of my
purpose.
triumph so close at hand. You truly are a sheltered child, Leveilleur.
Nidhogg's eyes! No abyss is too deep for you, I see. But trust me when I say that such power was not meant for mortal hands.
How long have I struggled to reach this point? My countrymen, so inured to the taste of defeat, they no longer balk at its bitterness, shouting my throat raw with rallying cries, only to be greeted with dull eyes and blank faces. My brothers and sisters in Ulda have
You are not prepared!
For the glint of Lonorito's coin, I doubt even those here now would have answered my call. Take back our homeland! Free Alamigo! Ha! They'll happily mouth the words, but they won't spill the blood. You say no mortal should wield these eyes? Then I shall gladly become a demon. I will suckle on the souls of the hopeless and liberate the homeland they no longer deserve.
What exactly do you mean to do?
Did you hear their cries as victory was snatched away from them? Even with their dying breaths, they cursed the Empire. Never has their desire for vengeance been so raw, so true. A god has no need of faith when summoned by so pure a purpose.
Summoned?
I thought he was trying to summon more primal.
You cannot mean to fight the Empire with a primal! You know full well the danger, the futility of relying on such power!
Oh yes, I know their limitations. Which is why I will call upon a deity more terrible than the very black worm of the calamity itself.
What? Here? Now?
Like hells you will!
An ending to mark a new beginning. My pain, my longing, you shall have it all!
A little crazy. And did he just kill himself? Heard a squish. I don't think that was his plan. Oh wait.
This light, is it...
His death completed the ritual. The primal is taking shape.
Well, can't we stop it? There must be something we can do!
There is one thing.
You're gonna sacrifice yourself, aren't you?
What? Hey! Where do you think you're going?
Master Louisoix briefly contained Bahamut by means of a potent spell of sealing. I will now attempt to do the same.
But that's impossible! We would need hours to collect the necessary ether, if not days!
Alphino, though I concede it may not always be apparent, I was ever your grandsire's finest pupil.
Tumtumati, of course! The staff still holds enormous power, broken or not.
Don't you dare, Papalymo! I know how that spell works. It is time to leave.
Quite right. Quickly now, off you go. The further away, the better.
No! If you're staying, then so am I.
No, Ida. There is a path only you can walk, and it must not end here. Not like this. Take her! Please, you have to take her!
What? No! Damn it, Thancred! Put me down! Thancred!
This is one battle you cannot fight. Away with you! Go!
Uh-oh. You make choices. But if I stay, I'll die. You want me to stay? Okay, we'll stay. Rip.
Hilda! I think he means now!
I don't want to lose Papalymo.
I bid thee farewell again, my dear Ida.
Okay, this is twice now. Last what?
Now,
couple streams.
Let us see
I
how
had tears
good
in my
a
eyes.
student I truly was.
Papalymo's Magic the Gathering card, there's an effect that can sacrifice him. You lost someone. You lost Mentophilia. You lost Papalymo. You're like killing off everybody in this expansion. Or not, like, you're losing them anyway. Why? Why didn't they let me stay? Papalymo was my friend. I should have been there with him. He wanted you to live. He wanted you to get out. Hey. You could see it in his eyes, Ida. He knew what he was doing, what had to be done. Master Louisoix wore that same look right before the end. You think I don't know that? I know, right? I know! There's nothing more that you could have done. Ilbert caught us off guard. Even Toffee was powerless to stop him. Thanks for that. Sticking the knife in there. If you must blame someone, then blame me. Just promise that you will never forget that what Papalumo strove to protect, or the lessons he tried to teach you. Don't speak to me. Leave Yida with me. Go on. Go back to the Rising Stones. The others need to know what happened here. Leader of the band. Oh, I got a prelude. Discoveries orchestrated in the role. And next. Okay, we still got a few more quests, and then, yes, I'm on to Storm. Once again, I find myself at a loss for words. But Thancred is right. We must return to the Rising Stones and apprise our companions of all of this. Pray make your way there at once. I will send word to Y'shtola and the others of our imminent return. Okay, this is the last quest for 3.5. And then we got 3.56. It seems you bring ill tidings, brother. Aye, behind the griffin's mask we found the grinning face of an old adversary, Ilberd. I know not how, but he had in his possession the eyes of Nidhogg, whose dread power he used to initiate a summoning ritual, even as we looked on. By the 12. I don't understand. To attempt such a magic requires every ounce of one's ether. No one, not even grandfather, could cast it and hope to survive. Indeed, it was ever a last resort, as I am certain Papalumo was aware. Thus did the pupil follow in the footsteps of his master, even unto the grave. I have as yet been unable to explain how Ilberd came to possess Nidhogg's eyes. In the depths of the sea of clouds, a perpetual storm of water and wind, aspected ether rages. No mortal could endure such conditions. Then maybe it was the work of an Ascian, but now is not the time for idle speculation. Kyle, I have need of your assistance. Yes, of course. We must inspect the cocoon of light and ascertain the state of the primal trapped within. Between our respective talents, I dare say we shall glean some measure of insight. Understood. I can't promise I'll be able to sense much through the barrier, but I shall certainly do my best. As shall I. Let us be about it then. What? Without so much as a by your leave? Pray forgive Archon Y'shtola her brevity. She seeketh employment, lest her grief deprive her of the will to act. A desire to comfort Yida doubtless compoundeth her unseemingly haste. I too must contend with a grievous loss in my own time. or my own way. By thy leave, Lady Alize, I shall honor our fallen comrade or colleague through a great gainful study. There exist writings which may yet further our understanding of this cocoon of light. Mayhap I was too quick to judge. Surrendering to sadness and regret would be a poor tribute to Papalina's sacrifice. Quite, we must begin preparations to face Ilberd's accursed creation without delay. What time we have was purchased as at too dear a price for us to squander it. Who's out forever? Okay, so that was 3.5. Now we have 3.56, which is only 4 quests long. But that could be like 10 minutes or it could be like 2 hours. They're giving a lot of music scrolls to us with these quests. Ah, Toffee, I wish I had more to tell you, but the situation in East Shroud remains largely unchanged. Meaning, we still have no idea how long it will be before a communication from the Alliance. One moment. Yes, of course. Our representatives will be present. My thanks. Word from Gridania. The council will shortly be reconvened. The Alliance leaders have already begun to assemble. They wish to discuss the primal, of course. As of Y'shtola's last report, the cocoon yet hung above the wall, unchanged. Yes, but the Elder Seedseer doubtless shares our concerns about how long it will remain so. I am told that Sid Garland has been called in to add his expertise to proceedings. A wise decision. The more minds we have working on this, the better. Well then, I suggest we leave the Rising Stones in Totoro's capable hand. We leave the Rising Stones in Totoro's capable hands and make haste for the Lotus Stand. Okay, to Gridania.
If you would, good sir. This place. It is within the realm of Eorzea.
You're an odd-looking fellow, aren't you? Still, takes all sorts, I suppose. This here's Vesper Bay. Thanalan's door to the ocean, as some folk like to call it.
Am I to understand from your answer that I have indeed arrived in Eorzea?
Eh? Yes, you're in Eorzea.
I like him. Plain response at last, and the one I wanted at that. My journey was not without its hardships, and I would sooner travel by land than put to sea again. You do not believe that so small a bark could bear me across the ocean? Such timid little sailors. I had but to set my course and set my jaw till I made port.
Mm-hmm. Scary.
Though, 'twould perhaps have been wise to lay down my oars a moment to sup on more than the spray of brine water. By the trembling of my limbs, I sense a brief repast may be in order.
You're gonna pass out.
Nay, I will not hearken to the feeble grumblings of an empty belly. Duty comes before all.
I feel like he's gonna pass out, like, oh my god. So sad. Yep.
Good man, are you alright?
I saw this coming. He's gonna go flat smack on his face.
Thou art far indeed from home, friend.
Okay, to Gridania. Oh, that's a cute little outfit. I like it. Okay. We are going to the Conjurer's Guild. When the next ad break for Twitch comes up, I'm gonna go grab a bowl of chili.
Dear friends, pray accept my heartfelt thanks for your efforts in defense of Gridania's borders. I would fain dwell longer on my gratitude for the support of the Alliance, but the situation at Belsar's Wall demands that we forego such pleasantries.
According to our most recent intelligence, the cocoon of light that formed in the air above the wall remains undimmed and unbroken. After measuring the cocoon's etheric concentrations, Archon Y'shtola has confirmed the presence of a primal entity.
So we must assume that Ilbert's thrice damned god is indeed trapped within. And what news of the Imperials? They're not like to ignore such a spectacle.
Sir, a Garlean airship was observed making an approach, but the vessel was destroyed when it drew near. The Empire appears to have made no subsequent attempts to reach the object.
The soldiers who witnessed the incident spoke of a lance of light issuing from within the cocoon. Of an entire warship being reduced to smoking ruin in the space of a moment. Veterans of Cartano, meanwhile, likened the destruction to that wrought by the fiery wrath of Bahamut.
We could face another calamity.
So the Primal is awake then? Contained, yes, but for how long? We must destroy it now, lest it break free.
Agreed. There is, however, the small matter of how to get close enough to a being that swats warships from the sky as you would a bothersome gnat.
Is this truly so complex a puzzle? Or have you no stomach for the obvious solution?
How did he get in here?
What in the hells are you doing here?
A pleasure to see you too, Garland. Now, if you'd be so kind as to explain to these good people why you should be begging me for my assistance, that would be most appreciated.
Who is...
Oh shoot. Didn't mean to click. Who is this? It's Nero.
Oh, how terrifically rude of me. Nero Tolskeva, former tribunus of the 14th Legion of the Garlean Empire. These days, however, one might say that I'm something of a free agent.
We got Twitch ads, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab some chili, probably some water, and I'll be right back. Okay, I got some chili. So I can munch on that while we watch cutscenes and stuff.
What do you want, Nero?
I was getting to that. Although you already know what I'm about to propose, old friend. As you have rather belatedly realized, within that frail binding lurks an entity alike in strength to the great Bahamut, and the only force in existence which might conceivably contend with such a foe is the very creation which captured the Elder Primal in the first place.
Yep, I remember.
I
Nero.
speak, of course, of Omega.
Omega? That hulk has been gathering dust beneath the plains of Carteneau since the Allagans breathed their last. And none alive knows how to wake it.
I'm sorry. Do you understand who it is with whom you have the privilege of speaking? I'm Nero Tolskeva, Master Engineer, the mechanical genius who restored the Ultima weapon to full operational capacity.
Oh, is it?
And as luck would have it, I'm graciously offering you the use of my considerable expertise.
And what, you just expect us to accept? You're a fool if you think your deeds at the Crystal Tower are enough to win my trust, Nero.
Trust? You wound me, Garland. All those years, studying side by side at the Academy, sharing both trial and triumph, we were countrymen once, you and I. But sentiment aside, have you a better solution? Or do you mean to send in your vaunted hero there, as you always do, and pray the world is not engulfed in flame?
Daughter's home from work.
Let us approach the problem in a rational manner. Does not the fact that Omega slumbers in stasis point to the existence of some overriding technology? A means of control?
I would ask a question, if I may. Nero, was it not? In the event that we succeeded in using Omega to shackle the Primal in the manner you propose, what then would become of it? Do we not risk repeating the mistakes of the Allagans?
Omega is but a tool. How we choose to employ that tool is entirely up to us. Of course, if you would rather leave it buried beneath Carteneau while you continue your petty squabbles above, then I suppose that is also your choice.
Spare us, Nero. The Seedseer's concern is a valid one. He who controls Omega wields the power of the gods, the very power which led the Allagans to destroy themselves.
And does it not fall to we engineers to prevent such misuse? What was your company's proud slogan? Freedom through technology?
A creed you follow, is it? What say you? Do we take this villain at his word?
Makes a convincing case. No, we'll keep an eye on him. You can never trust Nero.
As will I. I don't like it, but then it doesn't look like we have much choice. Would the Council be willing to entrust this matter to a pair of former Imperials?
Yes. The task of restoring the Allagan relic will be yours. But the responsibility for its reawakening must remain with the Council. Do we condone this course of action?
Aye. 'Twould seem we do. Let the record show that we invest this contingent with the authority to enter Carteneau and take command of Omega. Sid, I appoint you leader of the expedition. Scions, I would ask that you assign some few of your number to escort Master Garland and supervise the other one.
We should be happy to oblige. The politics of Cartano being what they are, I dare say our neutrality will prove useful in avoiding any unnecessary entanglements.
If I am not mistaken, Doma occupies a similarly neutral position. Might we not persuade you to join the expedition, Lady Yugiri? If you suspected any foul play from Nero, you would be welcome to kill him.
Because of my Fall Guys outfit?
My blade is yours.
Not a moment's hesitation, eh? You'll forgive me if I do not shake your hand.
Sloppy. Okay. Off now. I got some chili in my mouth. Well, that was a rather unexpected development, and one which raises a number of questions, not least among them how Nero chanced to learn of the council meeting in the first place. A present? I got a present! A question mark present! The ghost. I love it. Sid and the others are assembling at the airship landing. Alize is already on her way, and we're not due to lag too far behind. Let us be off. Coffee, Elfino, ready to go? The others have stepped out onto the landing for a moment. Lest you wonder, Nero insisted that he be allowed to inspect the Excelsior before boarding. And you let him? Despite his very timely offering of assistance, the thought of the man poking about in the workings of the ship without proper supervision does not fill me with confidence. Calm yourself, Elfino. Your sister was adamant that we would never leave her sight. She and Yugiri are... well, here they are now. Hello, Logan Lewis on YouTube. Right, I think that's everyone. Shall I set course for Cartano? Might I ask that we delay our departure slightly? I require no more than a few hours at most. Our colleagues are studying the cocoon even as we speak, and I would hear their latest observations ere we proceed. It would seem wise to gain as clear an understanding of the situation as possible before formulating our plan. Oh? I thought time was against us. How foolish of me. Hold your tongue. When you want your opinion, we'll ask for it. Forgive me, my lady. I shall keep my counsel until such time as you have finished procrastinating. All right. While Alphino speaks with his colleagues, I shall fly the Excelsior over to Mordona, and we can reconvene at the Rising Stones. Fine. Mine apologies for the trouble. I shall visit Y'shtola and the others forthwith, and join you as soon as I am able. coffee, pray accompany Alice back to the Rising Stones. I should feel safer knowing you are present to entertain our guest. Right. Everyone heading to Mordona is welcome to travel aboard the Excelsior. I'll clear things with the girl at the counter here. Let her know when you're ready to leave. You're traveling with Master Garland, miss? The Enterprise Excelsior is right this way. Not quite door-to-door service, but I couldn't exactly land her in the toll's main square. Shall we adjourn to the Rising Stones then?
So these are the fabled headquarters of the Scions. I confess I would have expected an order of self-proclaimed warrior scholars to surround themselves with the fruits of man's enlightenment. And yet there's not so much as a single piece of magitech in sight. It never ceases to amaze me how primitive you Eorzeans truly are.
Oh, I'll have you know that the Rising Stones is home to the very latest in magitech innovation. Wedge calls it the Mark XIV Thermocoil Boilmaster, and it's the finest kettle I've ever had the pleasure to own.
Kettle?
We are returned. Well, Ida and I, at least. Ishtola and the others remain behind to continue their assessment of the binding magic.
There didn't seem much point staying just for that, so I decided to come back with Alphino. Papalimo bought us this time. We shouldn't waste it.
By your leave!
Painting guy.
Good God, that voice could fell a gigas.
This is the Rising Stones, domicile of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I enter at the invitation of one Lord Urianger. I spy you there, Shadow Walker. You always were a hard one to find.
Yugiri, do you know this man?
Gonna give her a big hug, isn't he?
Gosetsu, why are you come to Eorzea?
In search of you, Yugiri. For days and nights did I row across the angry sea. I made port in good spirits, only for my own flesh to betray me over the trifling matter of an empty belly. Collapsed in the street like an unfed stray I was, until Lord Urianger came to my aid. Over a most welcome meal, we spoke of the plight of Doma, and I learned of our displaced countrymen's work to resettle this blighted land. 'Twas blind fortune that I was able to locate you so swiftly. But now we must make ready to depart. Our master languishes in dire peril, and Doma calls her daughter home.
It is not so simple, Gozetsu. There are obligations which bind me here.
You refuse? Did you mislay your oath during your flight from our homeland? The laws of hospitality must be honored, but surely the vow to defend your master demands the greater obeisance.
It was our master who bid me guide our people to safe haven by any means necessary. And it was the scions you see before you who provided us succor and sanctuary when all others refused. Dire peril or no, were I to return without first repaying such hospitality, our master would cut me down at the threshold.
Mayhap that is so.
There is more. A crisis threatens all within this realm, Eorzean and Doman alike, and I go to play my part in its resolution. I will not bring shame upon our liege by abandoning my people or my duty.
How very noble of you. Now, in the name of honor, kinship, and, yes, practicality, might I suggest we get this expedition underway? Or would you rather debate the finer points of duty and leave Omega to the Empire?
The Empire? You, Giddy? You draw steel against the curse of Garlemald? Then why did you not say so? My blade is oath-bound to fall upon the ranks of the Imperials wheresoever they march. Lead on, Shadow Walker, and may the enemy tremble at our coming.
Yep, I like this guy. Coffee, wait. Can I speak to you for a moment? The turtle's gonna give me a present, isn't she? Do you remember when I had you meet me at the Diamond Forge and we ambushed you? Well, once we had your measurements, I set to work making you a traveling outfit in my spare time. I've only just at this moment finished the stitching, but I wanted you to have it before you left. Here! You can try it on right now, if you like. What does it look like? What does it look like? Ooh, that's cute. Assuming you measured everything correctly, the fit should be just right. Snug, but not too snug, if you know what I mean. So, how does it feel? You're not just saying that, are you? Oh, I can't tell you how much this means to me. To have crafted something worthy of the Warrior of Light well, let's just say it makes all the practice worthwhile. I also sewed in a blood pearl charm too, you know, bring you home. May it always protect you. We'll get a monocle, adventurer's jacket, bottoms, and boots. I have to put that in my armor and make a lamb plate for it. Next time I'm at a place I can do that. Excuse me. Oh yeah, 2 thingies. So we have to wake up Omega, right? When do we start? Yeah, you... Are you sure that's... I'm sure, yes. I won't lie and say I'm completely fine, but I'll feel a lot better if I'm doing something useful. Very well. I'll remain here and continue coordinating our efforts with the Alliance. Alphinaud, mayhap you could return to Gridania and assist Y'shtola and Kyle? A fine suggestion. The rest of us will form the Cartano expedition party. Nero and I will focus on rousing Omega while Toffee, Yida, and our Doman friends take care of security. I won't stand out in my pink hoodie. I can move stealthily in that pink hoodie, right? And shiny crown. The Excelsior is by the lake just outside of town. We'll leave as soon as everyone is ready. Okay, meet Sid and everybody. Look at my pink little rhinoceros thingy. Tail that moves. We haven't far to go. With any luck, we'll be in Cartano before Gatsetsu graces the deck with his dinner. Once there, however, we had best be on our guard. Given that Elaine Ryu was still active when Omega was discovered, we can be sure that the Empire has long been aware of its existence. And if Nero deemed it the obvious solution to the threat posed by this new primal, it is not impossible that Garlemald might do the same. Have your weapons ready and your wits about you. Something tells me we're flying into a fight. I don't think I have my my little buddy out, my carbuncle. Land here.
Now, where was that? Ah. I've enabled the teleporter. One brief jump and we shall arrive in Omega's control room.
How convenient. You've been here before.
Of course. It was no easy task threading a path through all the skirmishes. But how could I ignore the existence of such a fascinating toy? You may trust that my preliminary examination was suitably thorough.
Trust? Aye. I trust your appetite for technology.
I chased down a suspect airship, and who should I find but the traitor, Sid Garland. Searching for something, engineer? Something big? It's close, isn't it? It's like all my name days have come at once.
Of all the scouts the Empire could have sent. Take care of that brute, will you?
God damn it. Can't let Nero tinker around in there by himself. I'm sorry to leave you to it, but I dare say you'll manage without me. This clod has no idea who he's dealing with.
He's dealing with the Warrior of Light. Who thinks they forgot to bring out their carbuncle?
I am Gosetsu, Samurai of Doma.
Samurai.
You will rue your choice of opponent this day.
Okay, do we have my carbuncle out? I don't think so. Now he's out.
You watching, Papanilo?
Leave this to me.
Throw more dogs, more dogs, more dogs. Come on, more dogs.
Tis my right to strike.
No holding back.
Your defense is lacking.
Look upon a samurai of Doma.
This one'll sting.
No retreat. No surrender.
It's all over now.
An opening.
With soul and steel.
Sloppy. Surrender. We have you outnumbered. Wouldn't be the first time. Are you still playing with those soldiers? I suppose I can lend you one of my toys, but only if you promise to give it back. You know, part of me likes Nero with his little attitude. Behold, the Red Baron. Now end this nonsense. What the? No one told me they'd have Magitech armor. Forward for the Empire! The honorless cur thinks to abandon his men. I shall see that he shares their fate. Pray attend to the rest of his minions.
It's all over now.
Throw more dogs, more dogs, more dogs. Come on, more dogs.
Look upon a samurai of Doma.
This one'll sting.
Leave this to me.
Oh, big guy.
With soul and steel.
You watching, Papanilo?
defense is lacking.
Tis my right to strike!
No holding back.
No retreat. No surrender.
It's all over now.
An opening.
Look upon a samurai of Donna!
We do it? They're running away.
This one'll sting.
Leave this to me.
With soul and steel!
You watching, Papa Leroy?
Run!
Your defense is lacking.
Tis my right to strike!
No holding back.
No retreat. No surrender.
Hey. That was the last of me. Runs off like a little baby.
Temporal stasis disengaged. All systems operational. Garland?
All clear on this side. It's waking up.
Remarkable. Omega sensors immediately detected the presence of the cocoon, even at this distance. They must have been set to scan for sources of energy exceeding certain magnitudes.
I still don't see any means to control the machine directly. It seems to have been designed to act wholly autonomously. Once we release Omega, we can be fairly certain it will attempt to capture the Primal at Belsar's Wall. Assuming its mission is successful, our only option at that point will be to re-engage its stasis system and put it back to sleep.
And should the machine happen to misbehave, we'll simply initiate an emergency shutdown. I confess we don't yet have a complete grasp of its capabilities, but I'm certain the details will not elude us for long.
Yeah.
Well,
I have a feeling things are going to go bad.
So, my question to you is, are we doing the right thing?
What do you think? Is there any other way? Let's go with the any other way.
I suppose not.
All right. Step aside, Sid. Is this the thing I need to press?
Yes, that's the one.
You gave too much for us to waste this chance, Papalimo. So this is for you. And me.
Yes! Fly free, my pretty! Show us what you can do.
The launch sequence has begun. Omega is loose.
Seems like a good idea to release it into the world, and we don't exactly know how to work. Sure. Look at the petite.
Omega has stopped transmitting. But that shouldn't be. I didn't engage the stasis system.
Explode? It looked like a big explosion.
And what does this signify? I have little understanding of these contrivances.
The launch went exactly to plan, but all signals emanating from Omega have ceased. This may indicate any number of things, but we will need to join the Scions out in the field if we are to ascertain which one.
Right. I've ordered a malfunctioning beast to go to sleep. That should prevent any unfortunate mishaps. I suggest we make our way back to Gridania.
Omega destroyed the cocoon.
Where'd her little tattoo go?
Papalimo's spell is fading. It was bound to his ether, you see. And if the connection is broken...
Papalimo should be gone. That might have been... I'm not sure why we lost contact with Omega, but I mean to find out. Let's be on our way. One moment everything was functioning perfectly, and the next it wasn't. It makes no sense. We need to see what happened for ourselves, and soon. Okay. Our final quest, right? Yep. Of Heavensward. Final one. Words can ill express how glad I am to see you all unharmed. When Omega came hurtling towards the cocoon, everything dissolved in chaos. I have to see it. I have to see it with my own eyes. Wait. We must first... The Elder Seedseer is expecting us. Worry not, Alphino. Gosetsu and I will watch over her. You may safely attend your meeting. My thanks, Shiguri. The council reconvened a short while ago. Let us make haste for the Lotus Stand. All there are eager to hear your testimony. Leggy bits there. Okay. Go talk to Connie Sina. My friends, fully eagerly have we awaited your return. You indeed could have discharged the duty entrusted to you, and most humbly do we thank you for seeing it done. You are too kind, Elder Sincere. As I recall, we as good as demanded the right to try. But tell me, how did the battle unfold? We succeeded in waking Omega, aye, but we lost contact with the weapon shortly after it launched. From our position in the control room, we were blind to all that followed. What words could do justice to such a scene? None of my choosing, that much is certain. But I can give you the facts. The cocoon hatched even as Omega arrived, and from its midst rose a great dragon. The pair duly set about each other in the skies over Urbania. The primal's might defied belief. It seemed the very heavens would be rent asunder by the force of its blows, and it wielded such magics that I have never seen, and hope never to see again. The battle raged on with no end in sight, until both combatants were engulfed in a blinding flash of light. When the radiance faded, I saw the pair fall motionless from the sky, coming to rest somewhere on Alamegan soil. I will not speak for the rest, but to my eye, it seemed that each had landed a fatal blow upon the other. Well, most among us could think only of Bahamut when looking upon the primal's form. The Domans were heard to whisper the name Shinryu. It would appear that the being resembles a creature of Far Eastern legend, and we had found it convenient to refer to it as such. This Shinryu's fate, and indeed that of Omega, is yet unknown. We have, alas, no eyes on the Urbanian side of the border. Aye, which is why we sent our main force under the command of Marshal Terrapin to capture the wall. While the Imperials in disarray, we have the perfect opportunity to secure the Gridania's border and assess the aftermath of the impact. I myself will join the Marshal and his men when the council is adjourned. Well, that explains a few things. I'll wager that flashlight coincided with our loss of contact. Lest you wonder, we quickly re-engaged Omega's stasis systems, so even if it has fallen into Empire's lap, it will be of no use to them, save perhaps as a statue. Correct. Without me to guide their efforts, it would take them decades to decipher Omega's core functions, if they managed it at all. Rest assurances do much to claim our fears, yet the relic's fate is but one of several concerns. Indeed, I humbly submit the time has come for us to make contact with the Resistance representatives in Garabania. Though Ilberd has forced our hand, it would seem only logical to seek an alliance, given the inevitability of Imperial retaliation. And by working in concert, it is not impossible that Alamigo might finally be wrested from Garlemald's grasp. You must be exhausted. I would ordinarily suggest that we retire directly to the Rising Stones, but I wonder if we might first make a small detour. Y'shtola and the others have gathered at Mariso's Spire, and I imagine that you two would be interested to see what has become of the wall now that the cocoon is gone. It is decided then. Lead on. Well, this is definitely going to be a shorter stream than I expected, which is fine. It means I can relax a little bit before I have to work tomorrow. Relax tonight before I have to go back to work. But one of the reasons why I started a little bit earlier than I usually do is because I thought this was going to take way longer. Even though there wasn't very many quests, I have been fooled in the past with the with Final Fantasy XIV, and I figured it was going to take way longer. But it's not looking like it.
My friends, I cannot well express how glad I am to see you both unharmed. They say that Omega's clash with the Primal shook the very firmament.
You need not have worried. The battle took place far above the ground. We were able to observe in relative safety, though I'm given to understand that there were casualties on the far side of the wall.
It was like watching a nightmare unfold before our very eyes. Ilbird's primal manifested in the form of a colossal dragon, a being of pure violence. It burst forth from the cocoon with such terrible force.
That such a horror should spring from the eyes of Nidhogg comes as no surprise. Nor do I wonder at its form. Ilberd all but announced it in the moments prior to his death. Plainly, it was his dying wish to visit a second calamity upon the Empire.
And I am quite certain the abomination would have obliged had it not found itself outmatched by Omega. Gods! I am no stranger to the works of Alag, but even I was unprepared for the machine's furiosity. It beggared belief.
And how fares poor Ida in the midst of all this? Have you spoken with her?
She is up on the platform, lost in thought. We deemed it best not to disturb her, but mayhap she would welcome some company after all. Shall we?
The light's gone. It was all we had left of him.
Ida.
I don't blame anyone. I knew what was going to happen. I knew the spell Papalimo meant to cast would drain away his life force. I knew that it would only buy us a little time.
Ida, there is no need to explain.
But there is. I can't hide in Papalimo's little shadow anymore, and I shouldn't hide behind my sister's mask. 20 years ago, on the day the Empire marched into Alamigo, I was still just a child, not even 5 summers old. My father had been one of the leaders of the revolution. He had fought to overthrow the Mad King, Theodoric. And my sister had fought alongside him. But she was strong and kind, and always knew what to do. But when the Garleans came, everything changed. My father went to war against them too, and I never saw him again. After that, I remember a lot of running. My sister dragged me for malms and malms until we came to the city of Sharlayan.
finish this up.
That was where she met Master Louis Soir. He introduced her to the Circle of Knowing, and she eventually became an Archon.
She was your inspiration. Is that not why you took up her mask and her name? Or did you simply mean to continue what she had started?
You've known all along, haven't you? That I wasn't Ida.
Of course. We all recognized you at once. 'Twas Papalimo who persuaded us to maintain the charade.
Ida's not
It was
Ida.
silly to think I could fool you. I knew that even then, but I sort of decided not to know.
What's your name? What's her name?
Ida died 6 years ago, on a mission to smuggle refugees out of Alamigo. They say she was overwhelmed by Imperial soldiers when she stayed behind to save a little girl. She was so strong. There must have been a lot of them.
Why did you never tell me?
I'm sorry for lying to you. My real name is Lise.
All right.
When Papalimo brought me Ida's mask, it was meant as a keepsake, but I decided I wanted to be his new partner, to keep alive all the good that she had done. I didn't want to become Ida, exactly. At the time, though, I still didn't know who I was myself, and it almost seemed easier to play the role. Papalimo agreed to help, of course, but it was never what he wanted for me. He wanted me to walk my own path, and those were his final words to me. The Archon's mark he gave me is faded, and my last excuse along with it. So this is it. Whatever I choose to do from now on, I do as Lise. And I choose to continue my family's fight. I want Alamigo to be the country that Ida and my father always wanted it to be.
War is upon us once more.
Do you regret standing against the Empire? Would you have chosen a different road, knowing what you know now?
To claim that I never doubted the decision would be a lie. But I made my choice, and I have defended it with blade in hand ever since.
The battle continues, and our steel is needed. Come, Shadow Walker, we leave for the east, for Doma.
I need to talk. One second. Sorry, I had ice in my mouth. It was brave of Lise to remove her mask after so long. Though she has scarce began to come into terms with Papalimo's loss. That one act made plain her determination to move forward. And should she ever falter, we shall be there to support her on this road she has resolved to walk. Let us return to the Rising Stones. We have quite a story to tell Totoro and my sister. Okay, Heavensward is officially done. Right? Although I have a feeling I skipped these. This is going to be some cutscenes. Let me see if I'm right. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe when we talk to Alize. Maybe. Maybe. He may have mentioned, but Alphino has apprised me of all that came to pass in Gridania. Your only task now is to rest. This is the calm before the storm. Lise has chosen her path, and as her friends, we must do what we can to support that choice. We are fated to join the conflict in any case. Once the Alliance has taken the wall and opened the way to Gurabania, we will have little choice but to fight. Which is not to say the cause is unworthy. After all, ignoring the plight of those whom one might conceivably save is not wisdom but indolence. Correct? I, for one, look forward to joining hands with the Alamegans and striking a blow against the tyranny of the Empire, as I rather suspect do you. I was gonna say, thought maybe I was wrong. Cutscenes. Quick march. The Imperials will soon come to their senses. We must be ready to face their retribution. It is almost time, Father. Aye, almost. Stand firm, Pippin. I learned to brace myself against the charge of the Bull of Alamigo. No foe will dislodge me. Very well, Ilberd. I will take our homeland back. For the both of us. I guess we're going to take Alamigo back at some point. At least that's the plan. My Lord Viceroy, our scouts have confirmed the preliminary reports. Baelsar's wall has fallen to the Orzin Alliance. The hunt for Omega and the unknown icon continues. Though both yet elude us, my lord, their battle caused considerable damage across the region. Should we perchance divert some of our forces from the search to undertake necessary reconstruction work? Is he sleeping? I think he's taking a nap. I forgive my lord. I did not intend. Your will is done. We're just pretending he said something. He's sleeping. He's taking a nap. unknown. My allies tell me the Domans call it Shinryu, and that it proved a match for Omega. Yes, the coming days promise to be most interesting. Most interesting. At the far edge of fate, the road begins anew. The heroes look to eastern skies and behold their crimson. A dawn of liberation, a gathering storm of blood. Stormblood. Okay, now it's the end of Heavensward. Okay, and we are going to have a short stream today, and we're going to end it here so we can start a new, fresh, with Stormblood next. My god, I can't talk tonight. This is another reason why we're ending early. So we can start fresh with Stormblood next stream tomorrow night. There we go. Oh my god. Okay, thanks for hanging out with me for this afternoon, this evening. It's still like, I guess, early evening for me. I will see you guys tomorrow night. I'm gonna go do some diamond painting and then go relax so I can, chill before work tomorrow. See you guys later. Bye.